Arizona Cardinals, taking on Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Arizona Cardinals. On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And it'll be Charger football here. As they take over. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Oh, now a strip. He loses the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
I put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up.
will come on to punt this one away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Operating from the gun.
Herbert. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on... Here comes the Cardinals punter now. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Anytime you eclipse 100 yards rushing, you deserve the acclaim that comes with it, and he got it. AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week.
And wasn't up around 200, wasn't a crazy, crazy game, but very good, solidly in that driver's seat to win that award, and he did. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
From just shy of midfield, Herbert. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 37. Operating from the gun. Herbert looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And they'll get this down to the 10.
45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Right back to him on first down. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Herbert to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased, and they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Looking to throw. Herbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. He finds his target, Allen. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. And that flag accepted.
Still first down.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
So a decent gain there, but not their fourth consecutive first down like they had on the first three plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They had gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
It's caught on the right side. Williams.
And the Chargers are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Now a handoff running through the middle. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another second and goal. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's got Allen. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a third and goal. Back to throw. Herbert. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Disastrous outcome there on third and goal. They lose 9 yards on the sack. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And we spotlight Keenan Allen as he gets set to go back to work. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
We'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and now it's second down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
To throw on second and 10. Herbert over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And this offense on 3rd down today, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Allen's got it over the middle. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's complete to Williams. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert got his man complete over the middle. That's Allen. And he's going to get this down near the 25. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Throwing on 2nd down. Herbert over the middle, complete. It's Allen. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 65 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Now he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season as his guys have now moved out in front. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the... Here's Andy Lee now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is fielded at the 27. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take it.
He's got a man, complete.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And it's the Seahawks who are out in front in the second quarter. Marquise Goodwin, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. Saquon Barkley, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. Patrick Mahomes looking good. 2 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
On first down, Justin Herbert. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 22 yards there, a first down.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's a give up the middle. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 96 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the 3rd quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
First down, it's Herbert. Well, this is caught by Williams. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert finding Williams once more, complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there, with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after try forthcoming. And the lead is now 13. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 45 on second down, Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Herbert on first down now. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Here's Herbert. Man open left side. It's Williams.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. He's one of the bigger receivers in the game, CD, and his size that time certainly helped against double coverage.
Yeah, you're still at a little bit of a disadvantage when you're going against multiple defenders when they're trying to double you and sometimes triple you. But you're exactly right. With his build, he could minimize that disadvantage, and he more than held his own and hauled that one in right there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Brought down by Jalen Thompson.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Herbert now. That's complete right around the 8.
And the Chargers are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Looking to throw. Herbert finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Williams brings it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some oohs and ahs from the crowd as he jukes his way forward for a couple of yards.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
From just shy of midfield, Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
You got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 3. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. 117 yards rushing for him now to this point. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Michael Walker there to bring him down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And he's got some space here.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Right back to him on 1st down.
And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Out to his left. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Chargers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Now the try here for the point after. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting it.
This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Chargers, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4.
And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders.
Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.